Hello, welcome to another wiki procedure, and today we're going to look on how you can apply for a student visa in Kenya. Down here below, we have given you a link which is going to direct you to our wiki procedure website page, where we have given you detailed information on how you can go about the application process to get the student visa or student pass in Kenya. And on the right hand side of our screen, we have included a select language option through which you can select the language which you easily understand or comprehend by clicking the downward pointing arrow and choosing the language of your choice. By selecting the language which you prefer, all the information on the wiki procedure website page will be translated to the language of your choice, and you will easily read through the instructions using the language of your choice. And you can easily revert back to English by clicking on the downward pointing arrow and choosing English. We've also included external links to other websites which you can visit and get more information on how to get a student visa or the student pass in Kenya. And we have also included the links to the online platforms which you are supposed to visit to make the application. This is the Foreign National Service platform, and through this platform we are going to make our online application. We are going to see how this application form is made online, how you're supposed to fill, how you're supposed to print the final application form, and where you're supposed to submit it. But before we continue with the application or with the procedure, I will urge you to go to our video right here down and click on the like button. Click also on the subscribe button and also on the notification bell on our YouTube channel, so you can get notifications every time we upload new content. So let's get back to our presentation. And the list of items which we are going to cover in this session include the need for the student visa, the eligibility criteria, the required documents, steps to follow in making the applications, the fees, validity period, processing time, office location and contact information, and any other information that we may find relevant on how to apply for the student visa in Kenya. So welcome to our presentation today, which is brought to you by wikiprocedure.com. The need for a student visa. The student visa or pass makes it possible for foreign students to pursue their education in Kenya's education or training institutions. Foreign students are able to apply for admissions as students in approved education or training establishments using the student's visa. The eligibility criteria is as follows. Foreign students who wish to pursue their education in Kenya's education or training institutions where they have been accepted or admitted are eligible to apply for the student visa, and the applicant, who is the foreign student, must have been accepted as a student by an approved education or training establishment for him or her to apply for the student visa or student pass. The required documents are as follows. You need a duly filled, signed and stamped Form 30, which is the application for the student pass by the institution, by an authorized personnel of the education institution, a detailed cover letter from the institution addressed to the Director of Immigration Services indicating the course to be pursued and the duration, a valid copy of your national passport, a two-colored passport size photo of the applicant, copy of basic academic certificates for those joining tertiary institutions, a national passport copy of the sponsor, commitment letter of the parent, guardian or sponsor, proof of funds for self-sponsored students, consent letter from parents and copy of parents' national passport for minors, copy of birth certificate for minors. The institution applying must be registered as an educational establishment, and if the institution is relatively new, a copy of the registration certificate of the institution must be submitted together with the application. You also need the clearance letter from the Department of Refugee Affairs if you are a refugee, certified copies of progress reports and transcripts obtained by issuing institution for renewal cases, a copy of the student pass previously held for renewal cases, and a police clearance certificate from the country of origin, or if you are a resident of Kenya, from the Kenya Police Service. The steps to follow in making the application are as follows. The applications you need to be they need to be submitted at least 3 months before the commencement of studies, and the applications are only done online. The first step is to register with the Kenya Electronic Foreign National Service portal through the following link, the link provided right here. So click on the create account icon to create an account and register, and you'll need to fill in your personal information so as to register for the eFNS account. And once you have registered, you will then need to log into your eFNS account, and under the submit application tab, click on the submit new applications. This will direct you to the next page where you should make your next selection, and under the permit and passes service section, click on the apply now link in the student pass tab. This will direct you to the next page, and here you should read the instructions carefully and make sure you have all the requirements to make the application. Then click on the apply now button, which will direct you to the online application form. Fill in the online application form with all the required details and upload supporting documents, then click on the save button. This will take you to the next page where you're supposed to fill your academic, professional and technical qualifications. Then click on the save button then click on proceed. This will direct you to the next page where you're required to print your student pass application, and you shall receive notifications through email and on your online account about the progress of your application. After your application has been approved, an invoice will be generated, which you can see by clicking on the dashboard, then the payments tab. And if you are unable to pay using the online methods, you can print your invoice and present your invoice and a banker's check at the immigration office counters to pay for your student visa or student pass at the port of entry. So make sure you present all the required documents at the immigration offices while entering into Kenya. And once you have made the payment of the 5,000 shillings, the student pass application form will be stamped and you'll be able to use it as you enter into Kenya. So let's just see how this is done online. Okay, so first I'll advise you to register for an eCitizen account. For this you're going to use to make the payments later on in the application. So if you don't have an eCitizen account, you have a video which shows how to create an eCitizen account. You can check that out on our Wikiprocedure YouTube page, also on our Wikiprocedure website. So click on the create account icon. This is going to direct you to the next page, and once you're here, you can click on create account as a foreign resident here. By clicking create an account as a foreign resident, you'll be asked to give your details here. So give your details as a foreign resident. If you're a visitor, you can click create account as a visitor, and you'll be directed to the next page. You're supposed to give your details, password, email, agree on the terms and conditions, and click on continue. This is going to send an email to your email address. So log into your email address and click on the email on the confirmation link which has been sent to your email address. After clicking on the confirmation link, you'll be directed once again to the login page of eCitizen. Using the email address which you have registered with here and the password, you're supposed to go back to eCitizen and log in using your email address and password. And once you have logged in, you'll be directed once you've logged in, go back to your browser and type in fns.immigration.go.ke for you to be able to enter into the Foreign National Service portal. Remember, it's through the Foreign National Service portal that you can make your application form, but the eCitizen platform is the one which is going to facilitate you or help you make your payment easier. So type on your browser fns.immigration.go.ke and click login using eCitizen account. And once you have clicked there, you'll be directed to this page. And when you're in this page, just click allow the Foreign National Management to access your eCitizen basic information. And once you have clicked allow, you'll be directed to this page. Once you're here, just click on apply now and you'll be directed to the dashboard. Once you're on the dashboard here, under the permit and passes services, click in the student pass tab, click on the apply now icon. So click on apply now. By clicking apply now, you'll be directed to the next page where you can read the instruction for the application for a student pass, internship pass, research pass, or student visa requirements. So just read through and make sure you have all the requirements. You can see the fees which are charged. The processing fee is nil, and the issuance fee is 5,000 after approval. That's when you're supposed to pay. So make sure you have everything, and you can download a checklist, or you can load the checklist and make sure you have everything on the checklist, and click on apply now. By clicking on the apply now, you'll be directed now to the online application form. Now here you're supposed to first of all upload your passport photo, type in your current immigration status, your name, your birthplace, nationality, gender, passport number, the validity, place of issue of the passport, name of institution where you are going to get your education from, and just give details. Make sure you have filled in all the required information, and after all that, upload your police clearance certificate. So make sure you have your police clearance certificate, for this is a prerequisite document before you start your application. And after that, you can just click on save. By clicking on save, you'll be directed to the next page, and in this next page you're now supposed to give details about your academic, professional, and technical qualifications. So just give the name of the institution which you are going to attend, or which you have attended, which here you started education on, or which the period, the duration you took, you qualified for whichever qualification or award which you have did. For example, degree. Upload the certificate if it's a degree certificate. Make sure you've written which institution you had your degree from. Click on save and add as many awards or qualifications that you have. And after you have done that, I click on proceed. By clicking proceed, you'll be directed to the next page where you can now print your application, the form number 30. You can print the application for student pass or student visa. So by clicking here, you'll be directed to the next page which you can print your application form. You can easily print this form by clicking on this icon right here, the print icon, and by clicking this, you'll be directed to this next page which now you can print your form number 30, which has the particulars of your application. So within 5 days you'll get notifications about your application, and if approval has been made, just log in into your account once again and click on the dashboard part of it. Once you've clicked on the dashboard, click on the payment and invoice. Now this will be after 5 days after you have received a notification about approval. So once your approval has been once your application has been approved, you'll receive a notification, and here application here it will be written student pass, your application, your applicant name, the category, and you're supposed now to come and click on the icon. You'll also see an icon. This is the paying icon. So just go ahead once you've received the approval for your student pass. Here it will be written student pass. So you come and click on this icon. That will be the icon where you're you're going to make the payment with. So after you've clicked with that icon, the Foreign National Service will link with your eCitizen account, and you'll be able to make your payment using your eCitizen. So you can choose whichever method of payment which you find easy. It can be RTGS, it can be with Airtel Money or KCB Cash. So whichever way you find easy, you can make your payment, print the payment invoice, and submit them together with the application form to the immigration offices. So let's continue. The issuance fees is 5,000 upon approval, and you should note that all citizens of East African Community are exempted from payment of the student visa. The validity period is 1 year. The processing time is immediate, but the approval time is after 5 days. The contact location of the Department of Immigration Service is at Nyayo House. and you can visit them through their website of www.immigration.go.ke. Other information is that the Foreign National Service portal can be located, you can log in through this email, through this address right here. Other information is that engaging in any form of business or employment without a requisite permit or pass is an offense, and it is an offense to receive education or training at any education or training establishment within Kenya without a student pass or a student visa. So thank you for watching. As you have seen, it's quite simple to make the application. And before we conclude, I will urge you to go and hit the like button, hit the subscribe and notification bell so you can get notifications every time we upload new content. So I wish you all the best in your applications and have a good day.